All right, thanks for checking out this video. What I'm going to promise you in here is I'm going to explain to you the one piece of content you can make each week in your local business that will actually move the needle, that will actually make a difference, build trust, and help your customers choose you, or your prospects, I could say, choose you, okay? Now, what you're going to need to make this, you're the business owner and you get a smartphone and your business is operating. So you've got customers, happy customers, completed jobs, whatever it is you do. Now, you don't need to be on camera for this. You don't need to be a video editor. You don't need to have a fancy camera, and you don't need to be in a studio. You just need your smartphone. This works for every local service-based business: roofers, cleaners, HVAC companies, landscapers, contractors, dentists, chiropractors, lawyers, everyone. Now, let me tell you the psychology about this just before I show you and explain to you what I want you to do. And because I want you to have the reasoning for, like, well, why is he telling me to do this? Why would this work? And it's that people trust what they see way more than anything you say, because we can say whatever the heck we want, right? And people are really starting to know this because ads have just gotten so sensational today on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. So the trust is way, 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 way down. So I call this the job video. What a job video does is it's proof of the work that you do. It's proof that you solve real problems, and it's proof that you're reliable and established with what you're doing. Fake businesses that are just trying to generate calls that aren't real, or people who are setting up Google business listings that aren't real businesses, they can't do this stuff. Only you can do this stuff. So what we want to do here is we want to create before and after visuals possibly to create credibility. So you can probably figure this out. What I'm talking about here, this job video or this happy customer video, is the idea of a before and after, or a project in progress. Let's say that you build decks, right? You do decks and fences. Maybe it's what a backyard looks like beforehand, a picture or a video of it, then maybe a time lapse of it going up, or just a photo of the finished fence that people can be like, oh yeah, visually they can be like, okay, that company built that. I like how that looks. I'd like that in my backyard, right? Pool companies, roofing companies, dentists. It might be, if you're doing Invisalign, might be before and after and you're just blurring out the faces. Or if you're in certain, maybe chiropractors, you're talking about, you could have someone with range of motion before and after, or talking on camera about their experience. You see, when we post these types of job videos and things like this, or before and after or experience type videos, what it does is it's kind of like having our vehicles around town or our billboards around town. It's when they see it on social media, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, they're just seeing it and it shows up. And there's a way that you can do this, and it's really simple. The secret is mention your local city and the business you're in the video, so that these algorithms, which is the fancy word for the TikTok computer brain or the Instagram program that helps show all this content to everybody, knows that, hey, this business is in Miami. This business is in Austin. This business is in Toronto or Calgary or wherever they're at. You see, these algorithms on these social media platforms, they love transformations because they get attention from the people we want to watch. Algorithms absolutely love transformations, and people love transformations, before and after, going from ugly to great, going from in pain to better, going from overweight to skinny, whatever that thing is. We just love it. It's real, it's in the environment, and people who are in market or could potentially be interested in what you've got or what you do will want to pay attention. So I'm going to give you an example of a real easy way to do this. Then I'm going to show you a couple of basic examples I've done in the past more than 10 years ago with my smartphone at the time. So here's the idea. Let's say that you are a home service business and you're on site. Maybe you're in a basement and you're looking at an old hot water tank and it's rusted and it's over 10 years old and it's super at risk of leaking, right? You literally grab your phone, got one here, aim it, say where you're at. Hey, we're in such and such area, county, neighborhood. We're in this house. This is a 12-year-old hot water tank. They call us today. It's just about ready to burst, right? We can see it's starting to condensate around here. You can see the rust. These are good things. When you can mention the key things that you see about the problem, they can go look at their own hot water tank or think about their own body or think about their own home and see if they're having these problems, which can stimulate their action, right? So you talk about it. You say where you're at. Don't worry about rambling. Don't worry about stumbling. Don't worry about stuttering. Just do it the way you would do it. You don't have to be on video. Just film what you're looking at, right? Talk about what the issue was, why you got the call and why you're there, and now what you're doing to resolve the issue. And if you want a little bonus tip, mention what the risk was if they didn't do that. What would happen if they didn't replace the hot water tank? They didn't fix the missing shingles. They didn't get the frozen shoulder repaired. They didn't do that, whatever, transmission job on their Dodge Caravan, whatever the thing is, right? Mention what the potential pitfall is, because this builds the story in the open loop being like, do I have that problem? Maybe I do. I better go look at my hot water tank. My transmission's been clicking. Oh, we lost those shingles in the hailstorm. We haven't got that fixed. I got to do that, right? Builds the urgency. Not trying to scare them. You're trying to get them to do the thing they should do, because most of us procrastinate on that, right? Then just show a before and after, right? So you've got the before shot of maybe the hot water tank, the roof, whatever it is, and then the after shot when it's done. That's it, right? If you're in a more sort of abstract type business, maybe you're in law or something like that, maybe you need to tell the story on camera of what happened. Or maybe your client wants to speak it. Or maybe you can do a photo of like a speeding ticket or a fine that someone got, but blur out the name and then talk about how you got it erased or whatever that might be, right? And then the final tip is when you're done the video, just give a soft call to action. If you need help like this, message us, or our phone number's in our profile. Say your phone number out loud, or say your URL out loud. If you need help like this, your hot water tank's in this kind of shape, message us wherever you're seeing this video on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, or call us at 999-424-1164, or visit our site at hotwatertanks.com and book your appointment today. That's it. No, it's not perfectly trackable, but it's awareness that you'll put out there that you'll be surprised at how much traction it can get. It doesn't need to be edited, doesn't need to be fancy, doesn't need transitions, you don't need good lighting, you don't need any of that crap. You want to have half decent audio, which your smartphone can get now because these things are like basically mini video and audio studios in your pocket. And you want to pause between what you're saying. Don't speak too fast. If you mess up, you can always shoot it again. Shoot 3 or 4 versions out if you need to. And as a little tip, if you do want to get it edited, you can easily find someone on Fiverr, Fiverr.com, or maybe you've got a cousin or a nephew or a kid that can do this because they're like exponentially better than us at doing these types of technical things. So let's show you a couple examples here. These are 2 examples that I filmed with smartphones in front of a ductless heat pump, because at the time the HVAC company I was with that we'd started from scratch, sold ductless heat pumps. And these are the types of videos I made. You can see I'm in my toque. I'm standing beside the heat pump. I'm talking about rebates that are available for homes right now that are expiring soon. We just put this stuff out on social media. We did, as a bonus, boost them a little bit and put a little money behind it, but these worked like gangbusters. I would do them each season. Ideally, I would be in front of a heat pump, right? Now, here's another example that we did. One of the issues we found with heat pumps was people didn't realize they needed to be cleaned. And if they didn't vacuum out the filters, then these things got really nasty, because where I'm at in my part of Canada, we use them for AC in the summer and heating in the winter. And that mix of condensation in the summer, then heating, and the dirt getting trapped can breed mold and some nasty stuff. That's it. This video was a little more edited than the other ones because I wanted to play around with iMovie on my Mac at the time. But it's the same idea. All right, so let's recap this job video again, just to make sure you've got it. So there's the before shot, right? Hold your phone still, about chin height, right? If you're going to be in the video, I recommend making it portrait like this, and you want to hold it right at about your face if you want to speak in the video and talk right to it. You don't need a special mic. You don't need anything like that. If you're going to take a video or a photo of something, downwards is usually better, not upwards unless it has to be, okay? Make sure you show the problems. Make sure you show the dirt, or you show the broken thing, or you show the whatever the issue is, so that people could understand A, how crappy it is, or B, they can go see if they've got that problem too. That bit of the video doesn't need to be any more than 3 to 6 seconds. That's it. We're not trying to make a 5-minute video, less than 60 seconds for this whole thing. Once you show the issue, we want to get into the quick explanation, which should be about 10 seconds. Why you're there. We're replacing this because this customer called us about this because this is a common issue when this is a problem. This happens if you don't fix it, you end up here. If you don't fight this fine, or whatever it might be, you know, that type of stuff. Explain it quick, couple sentences, don't ramble. Then add an action shot where no one actually has to be speaking if it's pertinent to your type of business. So if there's someone moving a hot water tank, hammering shingles on the roof, fixing a car, looking at brakes, whatever it is you're doing, film a short action shot that you can put together there. And then add a quick tip after you show the action shot, so you can get them engaged to think about what they're experiencing. Like, if you see this in your home, or if your AC system sounds like this, or if your roof looks like this, then you need to act before winter, or get it done before summer, or whatever it might be. And then you just end it with a soft call to action. Call us. If you're in Ottawa and you've got this problem, give us a ring. Our number is 613-424-1960. Visit us at our website.ca.com, right? Or message us on Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Just a soft call to action. You don't have to like pitch them on some special offer that's only available until a certain amount of time. And if they don't do it, they're screwed. Don't do that. It's annoying. No one wants to hear that. All right, so why does this one video a week concept work? Look, posting daily is super powerful. Even twice daily is even more powerful because you give yourself more swings at the fences to see if you can get a home run. But even one weekly job video builds credibility, and it does two things. One, it gives you at least one time per week chance for a video to get out to your local city. And that's what social media is now. It's not who likes your page or who follows you. This content gets pushed out. It's a discovery engine now, right? People know that if they're in Chicago, you say this is for Chicago homeowners, there's a good chance it's going to get shown to these people. That's just how it works, right? But the second byproduct is that when people are searching for your business, so say they see your van or your truck, or they see your billboard, or they get a referral from somebody, then they search you up on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, and they find you, you've got these compounding weekly videos that you've been putting up that show your job, show your credibility, show your trust, okay? Those are the two big reasons on why you want to be doing it at least once a week. These types of job videos basically offer endless content for you too, because look, you're doing the work anyways. You don't need to think about it because it's exactly what you do, so you already know what to say. You don't need a script because scripts really mess things up. We tend to stumble on our words and we can't get them out right. And you don't really need camera presence. You can do this just with a smartphone, so you don't need like lighting, fancy camera or anything like that. Every job can literally equal one new content asset if you want to take it that far. See, the compounding effect of this is that you become the local expert over time. The more of these you post, the better it gets. Your brand, if your face is in it, they start to become familiar to people and related directly to your service, the problems you solve, which is a good thing. That's how we build trust. That's how we outbeat the big competition that spends tens of thousands of dollars on marketing that you maybe can't spend. They can't do this authentic stuff that you can. You see, the end game here is when people finally need help, they call you. Because the reality is, it's not like half your city needs your service right now. They just don't, right? Eventually they might, and you want to be top of mind when they do, but the chances of them needing it right this second are minimal. Only 2 to 5% probably at any point in time have the problem, unless you're dealing with some sort of disaster, like you fix roofs after a hailstorm. There's been a giant hailstorm or something, but basically every industry, maybe 5% of the population needs it. So let's really talk just to get your head going. What are some things that, super easy list of ideas for you to get going, right? You can show a customer win. You can show a safety issue with a piece of equipment. You can show a bad example of something, a bad install job or a bad setup or a bad experience people have had, right? You can show a job that you just finished today. You can also take pictures of those and post them on places, more specifically Instagram and Facebook, but videos are even better. You can show tools you use or maybe unique equipment you've got that the competitors don't have. You can show simple maintenance of equipment and things like that if you're in home services, or simple ways to stay ahead of the curve on things if you're into things like insurance or finances and keeping yourself healthy in that mindset, your financial and preparedness set up, right? Look, at the end of the day, if you do jobs or you do services for people and it creates a transformation, which basically every one of them does, then you can talk about it. And like I said, here's the reality. You don't need 1,000 followers on any of these platforms. You don't need to do any fancy editing. You don't need to have a fancy camera. You don't need to have a great voice like you're a radio interviewer or something. You don't need great lighting, just has to be good enough. If you can hold a phone still, you can make these videos. This is likely the fastest way for your small business to grow trust with your community and city today, because this is the new attention place. It's not direct mail. It's not the newspaper. It's not TV ads or radio ads. It's all these social media platforms, because that's where we spend all our time. You do this once a week, you will become top of mind without having to spend a whole bunch of ad dollars. This is pretty much hands down the simplest way to help grow your local business in 2025. And depending on when you're watching this, going into 2026. So look, below this video in the description, you will find a link to get a PDF that's a full checklist that walks through all this stuff again that you can print off or put on your phone or whatever, so you can use it tomorrow, right? Because you're going to do one of these tomorrow when you go make it. Grab that. Okay, now, if this stuff sounds super great and you're like, yeah, I want to do more of it, or I just don't have the time to do it, well, then you're going to want to get in touch with me, because we can help you do 60 videos a month without you being on camera, without you having to do any filming or editing. That's exactly what we do. And it's what our team does for local businesses just like yours. It's called Local Signal. Get in touch. We'll help you out. If you wanted to reach out to me, there's a link in the description below, or grab that free PDF that I just mentioned in the description and shoot one of these tomorrow, okay? Don't save this to a watch later list. Don't put this in like Evernote or something like that and you're going to watch it later. Do this, because this is what kills most small businesses when they're stall on marketing. So this is an easy way. I hope you enjoyed this video. Reach out, post a comment below. Let's crush it moving into 2026 with becoming the trustworthy, authentic, chosen leading company in your city for whatever it is you do. Thanks. See you later.